This week we're going to talk about energy balance, the amount of energy that comes into our system as opposed to the amount of energy going out of our system, which more than any other factor will determine whether we gain, lose or maintain weight. Now in the old days it was really quite simple. We simply measured the energy value of foods. So pick an apple for example, put it into a special machine, burn it and measure the amount of heat energy given off, and that told you how much energy was in it. So this apple might have for 100 calories for example. They've done the same thing with human fat. Liposuction out a kilogram of human fat, which sort of looks like candle wax, put it into the same machine, burn it, and it will give off about 7,500 calories worth of energy per kilo of human body fat. And that's what most of the science has been based on for the last 40 or 50 odd years. The last 10 years though has come out with all sorts of science to say it's not as simple as those two factors. There are a lot of factors that influence the amount of energy coming into our system other than just the energy value of the food. So some of these factors are things like your metabolic and hormonal levels that you've created over the last number of years or decades due to your lifestyle choices and everything else, which has made you either really efficient or really non-efficient with regard to how your body is working and using energy. We all have a unique ability to digest and absorb the various nutrients and energy value of foods, and that again causes differences with regard to it's not as simple as 100 calories in an apple. We also have the thermic effect of foods. We talked about that last week. Proteins, for example, require a lot more digestive effort and energy to break them down as opposed to fats, and carbs are somewhere in between depending upon the quality of the carbohydrate. And then you've got the microbiome, our little gut microbes. They have a profound effect on harvesting the energy or creating chemicals that drive genetic changes that will either increase our ability to lose weight or increase our ability to gain weight. So there's all sorts of factors other than the fact that food has a specific calorie count. If you look at the other side of the equation, the energy out, that's our metabolism going to work. And again, it's unique to every one of us. It's no use saying that if you walk for 1.5 kilometres, you'll burn 100 calories, which is the average amount. We're all different based on our sex, our age, our body composition, the temperature we live in. There is all sorts of influences that change how much energy we use at any given time. So you've got things called basal metabolic rate. That's the amount of energy that's needed to sustain your life if you laid in bed for 24 hours a day, just to keep your brain functioning, for you to keep breathing, for your heart rate to pump the blood, for your body temperature to stay constant. And our BMR, or basal metabolic rate, changes between each of us for all sorts of reasons like I just described. We also have this incidental or non-exercise activity that we all do uniquely. Getting out of bed, going to make a cup of tea or coffee, sitting in front of the TV, all requires more energy than lying down, but it's not regarded as exercise. And then you finally do have activity, exercise, whether it's going to the gym or playing sport or simply running for the bus, walking upstairs. They're all influences that change our hormonal and metabolic health with regard to how well we can use the energy that we're eating. Apart from that, we've got these adaptive responses you've got to take into account as well. So they're things like you go on a strict diet, so you're not eating very much, but at the same time your body wants to maintain its homeostasis. This is a biological thing, so it drops its metabolic rate down to try and match what you're eating to maintain homeostasis. It likes to be in a comfortable range. Or you decrease your food intake and then your appetite increases, again to try and force you to eat more in terms of maintaining its comfort level. Or you exercise more, and then all of a sudden, because you're exercising, your appetite goes back up again. So it's sort of self-defeating. You're trying to lose weight, but at the same time you're being forced to eat more. And then you finally do become successful. You exercise and you diet and you do lose weight. But as you lose weight, your basal metabolic rate and other factors become more efficient so that your body uses less energy most of the time, so you can't afford to eat as much as what you used to eat before. These are all the factors that are unique to every one of us, and that's why counting calories by itself will never be successful. That's what we're going to talk about for the next couple of sessions, all the big things that you can do to make you successfully lose weight without doing too much hard work.